this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we'll be breaking down all of the action in the My Park Championship and chatting with Trevor.
The City Lights of Brooklyn in the cutting-edge Barclays Center. Quite a view. 2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center. Last game for the Nets, they picked up a W against the Suns in Phoenix. And what a fight they put up. Great resilience to storm back down the stretch.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. P, he's in at small forward. Also Anthony out there. And it's Miles in at the 5 spot. Let's now go to Doris Burke over across the way, who spoke with Lionel Hollins. And Doris, take it away.
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
All right, Doris. And so it's New York with it after the missed 3 from Joe Johnson. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And the Nets with possession here. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game.
Now, here's Lopez. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3, and it's Johnson again missing. Outside Hardaway. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Williams passes to Lopez. Lopez, a screen on Evans. Nobody near Williams. Knocked loose, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. And it's all knotted up.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve. Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Lopez. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Evans passes to P. High post try, and again it's New York.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Davis throws it down.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's where you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Evans kicks to Miles, and that one's good. Miles has got 6 points.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Williams from outside the arc, and yes, sir, that one drops.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 1. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And their energy level at the defensive end was fantastic in that game, guys. They made finding an open shot very difficult in half-court situations.
And I thought, Steve, they excelled in transition defense as well. The energy level you talked about was obvious in that part of the game, too.
Now here is Davis after the miss from P, and there's the pass to Williams. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve, no doubt.
And the Nets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. David West, he's checked in for the Knicks. A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Mason Plumlee.
And you look at that list, most of the guys there have that unique combination of power and finesse. A very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And that kind of combo blend is what can turn a good offensive big man into a great one, fellas.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Feeds to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Williams. Here's Wilkes, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. It's a 3-point game. No good from P.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Johnson double teamed. Davis in the corner. There's the dish to Williams. Nets passing it around. Clock at 4. Johnson, that's for 2. And that one hits back iron.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
P passes to West. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. There's the screen. Hardaway against Williams. On the wing, Johnson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Knicks trail by 4. Passes it to P. Kicks it out to Evans. A 3 ball. Hardaway, no good.
Boy, this guy's body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. Back to Williams. There's the triple. Here's Davis. Anthony with the block. Right side Hardaway. Pass to P. Lots of room. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. P's got 6.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Brooklyn with the ball. There's a good screen. Back to Williams. The three. And that one's good. Williams has got a couple of threes now in the first of the Nets.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So got to make some adjustments defensively.
Here's West. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson outside. Nice D from P. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Net. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And New York looking at who they've got. P in at the 3. Anthony is out there with Carlos Boozer. Then it's Matthews. And it's Calderon in at the 1 spot. Knicks trail by 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Thanks, Kev. He, in their last game out against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He had 40 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way, and he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly. Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Net shooting.